So, we had 2 great games, 2 good results, and and there's my dog. He's barking approval. I wanted to go over that last game that we played Sunday because there was a lot of good things that we did, and there was some things that we definitely could improve on, and I'm going back to my memory of that game to help you improve your game. Let's talk about the positives. On a goal kick, this is what happened one time. So we were ready to try to build out from the back. And this was approximately how the other team was setting up. The other team's in red, we're in blue. And you can notice here, they're all expecting everybody to go wide. So remember, I always talk about building out from the back. We're playing soccer as a puzzle. All right? So Maria helped solve the puzzle. She recognized there was space right here. So remember I talked about when we have the ball, normally we expand and go out from here, go out from the ball. But there's times when we break that rule. Showing for the ball in a situation like this is one of those times. This is a good pocket of space that she got into. She immediately sprinted here, called for the ball to her feet, and the goalkeeper calmly passed it up the middle. You notice here, normally passing in the middle here like this can be dangerous if there's immediate pressure. There wasn't any. She had all that open space. She turned and she went and then started opening up the attack. Another good thing that we did was recognizing when to trade positions. Looking at our defensive setup, Kaylee center back, I think this was Safi as the right back, and we had another fullback that was pushed up. In this situation, we were on an attack, and then we lost the ball somewhere in the middle. Suddenly, Red's in a counterattack, and I believe the ball carrier was trying to come down the middle and started slicing over, and I think Safi was still ahead, maybe over here trying to see if we could get in on the attack. When we lost the ball, she started recovering. But Kaylee, the furthest back, immediately closed down the space here and forced her down to the sideline here. Now, but she's getting out of place here. That could lead to a dangerous situation if the enemy player was able to cross the ball into the middle, and they've got a 1v1 with the goalkeeper. However, Safi recognized the situation. Instead of going back to her normal position and crowding out the space, they traded positions. So as a right back, she temporarily got into the middle, covered this area until the danger was put out. Well done. I saw more cutback pass situations that occurred this weekend, twice, that led to a goal on Saturday, another an almost goal. And the cutback pass is an angled pass, which we had a wide winger attack, started cutting into the inside, making their way closer to the goal line, but now they've got a narrow angle, and they've got defenders closing in. They're shaped like this. This leads to an opportunity for a cutback pass, an angled pass, kind of back, but towards the center, and that allows for this person to be right in front of the goal and have a more centered shot. Now, every player had some positive plays, and every player also had a few mistakes. That's okay, that's part of the game. And I'm picking on Maria. She had a great weekend, and she also made a lot of mistakes too. All part of the game, all part of the learning. Including a goal. She scored a great goal. But I'm going back to Sunday, in which she was trying to take on a couple of people and then losing the ball after trying to take on one, maybe two. After getting past the second one, she'd lose the ball in the third, okay? So, and we lost the ball a couple of times that way. But Maria, she's smart. She started to figure things out. Later in the game, she could have tried to take this person one-on-one. Instead, why do that when there was a perfectly good option here? So she actually cut in, used her techers to carve a little space, and actually sent a through ball, played the ball into a space where the I think it was the number 9, was able to get onto the ball and have a goal-scoring opportunity. That was a really good job, and that was good use of picking up your head, seeing the field, and playing your options and playing your supports. One more positive to look at is we built a wall, and we did a really good job on a defensive free kick. And here's how it happened. Somehow the ref decided that we had a foul right here. Ouch! And a free kick was awarded. Now, somebody had the bright idea to come up and go right to the ball so that the ref had to blow the whistle, stop the dead ball, instead of playing out a very quick replay. And that gave time for us to build a wall. And all you have to do is go right up to the ball before they do the quick replay. This is closer than 10 yards. So the ref has to blow the whistle and say, hey, look, you got to have 10 yards. That gives us time to set up the wall. She got 3 of her teammates, put them on the wall. And they didn't score on that occasion. At the end of the game, the other team started playing a little better in terms of trying to keep the ball into our half and trying to win the ball in our half as we were trying to build up. So here's one scenario I saw. We're on a goal kick. The middle's clogged up. So the goalkeeper decides to go out wide. That's a safe option. Now the problem is, once the fullback started getting pressured, they didn't have any supports. What's the solution here? I mean, otherwise you could try to play it out back to the keeper, but why do that when we could have a wide option or a middle option? This winger was sort of hanging out, sort of standing and watching in the game. Instead, I was telling this winger, we need to come in, be a wide option. At this angle, you could get the ball. Yes, you could be under pressure, but at least there's an outlet here. And if we lose the ball here, it's not as dangerous because it just ends up being a free throw, or a throw-in, rather. Also, there's a middle option that could be provided. You've got the center back here. You've got one of the 6s can come in and provide an inside center support. And this actually might be a better option to build out from the back. Okay? If they get into a jam, they might be able to switch the ball. There's a lot of different options here. But at the very least, first look, if we're going out wide, that winger can't just be standing here. They can't be just tucked in, and they can't just be like not giving an angle of support. They've got to start out wide. This is your zone when we're trying to build out from the back. Okay? You're running up and down, hugging that touch line. And right here, you can offer that support. And we've got options here to be able to get out. Okay? Back on attack. And this is what I saw, a great scoring opportunity in which we've got somebody dribbling out wide. They've got their defender beat. And here comes our number 9, our striker. This is a great position to square the ball up and have a goal-scoring opportunity. Except that they couldn't get a foot on the ball. They weren't able to get a good first touch, and the ball and the chance went begging. If we can get that first touch, we can control the ball. We can control the ball, we can control the game. Towards the end of the game, when we were up 4-0, I really should have implemented Plan B, because this is kind of sort of what happened. Everybody was hungry to try to score a goal, which is understandable, but we started to forget our positioning. So in this scenario, we not only have the 9 up front, but stacked up there when the other team had a goal kick was our 6, our 10, our wingers are all tucked in. And this scenario makes it easier for the other team to do one thing, to kick the ball long. They don't have to worry about playing at the back. Look at all the space right here. A long kick is exactly what they did. And they found their teammates easy here. Where's our 6 who's supposed to be able to cover it? They were able to start making a dangerous counterattack without our supports. Instead, if we had our 6 back here, our 10 tucked in a little bit more, the 9 definitely should be up there somewhere harassing them, but our wingers are going to be sort of strategically placed. They don't have to be super wide, but they can be tucked in, but try to anticipate cutting off any of the angles for their support. But we've got to have some midfield center support just in case they try to kick the ball right down the middle.